Hi everyone. Welcome to Turntables RPG. We are playing D&D tonight for charity. We're doing it for LA wildfire relief. I almost said wildlife relief, and well, that should also probably go into it a little bit. But
Yeah.
It's related.
yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Real fast. Feel free to follow us on all our socials. It's Turntables RPG basically everywhere. If you're leaving Twitter, hey, we're thinking about that too. Yeah, it's just the nature of the times. However, with that in mind, please know that we here, as we play this very fun game, and are very thankful that you are joining us this week. It's been crazy, and the you know we're very thankful to be playing this game together. We're very thankful that you have chosen to spend this time with us here. Um, this will always be a safe place for you. If you are in the queer community or you are one of the minorities that this new administration is going to target very heavily, this is a safe space, and we will make it so. All of the cast members are mods, and we will ban any bullshit that we see moving forward. Just to put that out there. With that in mind, again, thank you for joining us. I'll launch into a recap of what we did in our last 3 sessions since the start in after we run through our intro. But before that point in time, does anybody have anything that they want to plug? A stream that they're going to be on, a new project that they're working on, or anything of that nature?
Yes.
I mean, for the last couple Mondays and the next couple Mondays, I am playing a space horror TTRPG called Starhold with the Crit Show people. The Crit Show folks, it's powered by the Apocalypse system, and it's dark and it's spooky and it's fun. So that's Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific next week.
Hell
Yay,
yeah.
come join.
Yay!
Rockin'.
Wonderful. Anybody else? No. Dope. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We are Turntables RPG. We're playing a wonderful D&D 5e campaign called Tales of the Harvest Moon. Join us, won't you? Ooh.
From at that time.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
I'm
We-
curious since Monster of the Week. I don't understand.
That was their first message.
Welcome
I
back.
know, but they've been following us since 2021.
Wow.
Parker.
Well, thank you for coming
Yeah,
back.
thanks, Marshall.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Excellent. So, just as a very quick recap, episode 1, we were introduced to Orpheum Hollow and to all of our players and their fantastic characters. Episode 2, we had combat. Lux became a were rat technically, and
Oh my
then
god, I forgot.
but they're okay now. They got over it, and
It's not better.
they got better. And then episode 3, they got better. But also, our players were subjected to the wonderful monotony of governing a municipality in the town council meeting. And it was super fun for everyone, I'm sure. And I'm going to talk over any dissent that I hear from my players because they asked to be in that room. So they were in that room. They got to see lovely town politics and feelings and drama to a certain extent. They met the Buchanan clan, led by the Buck, the head member of the clan, and saw the rest of the council members, some of whom they had already met before, including our Minotaur priest, Father Manasses, who leads the Church of the Raven Queen here in Orpheum Hollow. Gordo, the Pumpkin King, who represents most of the businesses, the Goliath with the golden tooth and a golden heart. And the along with a halfling named Lily, who is a part of the Night Spring Coven. I realized in 3 episodes I never said the name of the coven in town. It is the Night Spring Coven.
Fuck Lily.
um,
Fuck Lily. Me and my homies hate Lily.
Lily's doing the best she can in the circumstances that she has. Her mother superior is in a magical coma that has not been fixed in a very long time.
I don't give a fuck.
And then also Lady Ophelia representing the Orpheum, and kind of like this is the governing body in general of the town. Did some things. We ended the episode with the party recovering from a covert attack upon the group. Through a bit of a snooping around, Ori, Dustin's character, was able to realize that there is a very interesting ventilation system that has been installed into the Orpheum. A very modern thing, but it turns out something's in the vents, and it's dropping little packages, not in a weird or gross or they're dropping petals. They're dropping petals that have been imbued with spells to stun the remaining people within the Orpheum's walls. After recovering from said attack, the group also helped Father Manasses recover. Catalina Ruth, Marsha's character, gave up a spell slot in order to do so. And they have now stumbled into the council chambers, once again finding the elderly Buck Buchanan and Lily unconscious, with a Lady Ophelia half risen from her chair, fully in a feral vampire form, stunned at the moment, with a blue petal sitting in the middle of the table. And we last came together over a month ago, so I don't doubt that my players have questions. So let's jump into it. Who's first into the chamber as the doors swing open?
Are we all unstunned now? I know myself and Darjeeling
for this for the sake of this, yes. You and Darjeeling managed to save from the stun. So I would say, so yeah, I will say at this point you have all recovered from it. But more than likely Darjeeling and Smidge are the closest to the door at this point. So
Yeah, probably. Is MILF okay? I guess I check if MILF is okay. I mean, Lady Ophelia.
How are you checking?
I guess.
He has a name.
She has a name.
I
She
mean,
does.
I guess Lady Ophelia.
She does.
How am I checking?
Yes, how are you checking? I'm asking if you're getting close to the vampire who has their fangs out.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Good answer.
I think.
Yeah, go
What?
ahead. I will
No,
roll
what
me
am I rolling?
roll me a perception check. If you are staying at a distance but you would like to still check, roll me a perception check.
Yes. How do I...
Also, I've adjusted the overlay so that chat is full now and all that wonderful stuff can be seen. Ooh, excuse me.
That's a 30-20.
30-20, baby.
Okay.
Woo!
That's great. So
Filthy rotten 20.
I think I probably am just like, Lady Ophelia, you good?
so you only want to check on Lady Ophelia,
So many words.
Who else is in there?
Buck and Lily, who are both face down on the table.
Kicks Lily.
Yeah.
checks on Ophelia.
I think I probably would be like, what the hell is happening? What the hell is going on in here? Like something more like that.
Sure. No one answers you. Instead, what you notice is, again, Lady Ophelia is half up from her chair. Her nails are like clawing into the table in a very kind of like slow, real time. You're seeing like nerves and blackened blood vessels kind of like rising to the surface of her skin. Her jaw is slightly distended as her fangs are like out and her eyes are bloodshot, and like there's just like, she does not look like the poised headmistress. She looks as though she's kind of like a feral animal caught in amber, just kind of like slowly reacting in real time to the perceived threat. Which again, with a dirty 20, you know, is this petal just from experience in general. Yes, I will say that's, if you're checking on Lady Ophelia, there is no actual damage to her, but she has been affected by this spell in some way.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know.
Is anybody else coming up into the room?
Yeah, I am for sure. I'm right behind.
Okay, Smidge is behind. Who else?
I mean, got to head in there. It's, you know,
okay.
Guard duty. Let's go.
Cool.
You said because I also failed the stun thing. You like everyone's good. So like if everyone's good, I believe I was one of the few people who like actually succeeded in the perception check that the petals were coming from the vents.
Yes, that's correct.
And so I think Trick is just instantly trying to climb the walls to get to the vents.
From outside the council the council room, or from inside the council room?
I think I'm gonna do outside.
Okay. I think
Trick like gets up and is instantly like goes feral mode and just goes.
Sure. There is I'll say
in the fucking vents.
Do you say that out loud?
They're in the goddamn walls.
I do think Trick does say that as he sort of tries to start leaping into the vents.
There's no roll for that. Everyone hears what the masked goblin says. Trick, go ahead and make me an athletics roll. I'd like to see, there are plenty of sconces and like fancy kind of like edging to the sides. Okay, perfect.
20.
Great, fantastic. You jump off the railing, because again you're on the second floor, onto like a sconce, and your body's just tiny enough to where like it slightly buckles, but you're able to jump onto the metal kind of like duct that is on the ceiling. You get a good grasp on it. I'll say with a dirty 20, you were able to kind of like scramble towards one of the like the vent, not the vent hood, but like, one of the little grills in general. As you are doing so, you feel in like within the very thin metal that you are grasping onto, there is something like slithering inside of the vent. Like you can tell it's like rippling through, and it is muscular and it is long.
Okay, cool. So am I able to this is probably happening very quickly, but yeah. Like I'm assuming the vents are like screwed shut, like I can't just open the vents and hop in. They are screwed shut. However, I'll say again, I would, if you want to rip it off its hinges, I would believe that's something that your character could do. Provided... I was gonna say he was gonna start just stabbing and trying to rip the vent down.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, if you want to, so you're gonna take out your weapon and attempt to stab through the metal,
and trying to basically help.
Oh, to cut the vent down. And make it so that the vent kind of slide, whatever's in slides out onto the floor. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. I think because you're not attempting to do damage, this won't be an attack roll. Make me another. What's higher for you? Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics is much higher.
Sorry, what?
I don't know if you saw this comment, but someone said, "I can't believe Saul Padilla of Game Night's fame with his rippling muscles is within the."
That's great.
Yeah, somebody.
Yes, somebody. I can see
Somebody
chat. I can
Whatever,
see
no,
that it's
no,
Eric. I can see that it's Eric. Eric.
Who said that? Why do you keep coming here?
Chris, acrobatics or athletics?
I would choose acrobatics because it's a +5 compared to my +1.
Okay, yeah. Go with the higher
athletics.
one and just go ahead and roll.
A 21.
Excellent. Okay, I'll say with
We're wasting them here.
yeah, you are sawing through the vent as this figure. It's like, I think the thing that you are racing against is how fast it is moving through the vent. The advantage that you have is that it is so long, and so you were able to catch it at like a certain like angle to where or you were able to catch it at a certain distance where you are nearly like halfway through sawing through the duct, when you can feel like the greater mass of the object kind of like moving through the vent. I will say, go ahead and roll me a perception check in this moment, as you're just kind of like you're entirely focused on the duct, but like with all the carves that you're making, you're catching glimpses into the dark.
That's 20.
That's absolutely insane. Okay, so so
where was this during the rat fight?
as you are tearing open this duct, you can feel the structural integrity of the duct is beginning to kind of like falter, and you are with every heave, the duct that you are holding, the side that you're holding onto, is beginning to inch lower and lower, and you know that at a certain point, like, it's going to crash down with it. As you and everyone, I just want to be very clear because this is happening very quickly. So everyone got up from being stunned. Darjeeling and Smidge are in the council rooms. Everyone else is kind of heading towards the way. You watch this tiny goblin yell. It's in the vents. Jump off of the railing onto a sconce, onto the duct, and is currently in its process of like ripping open with his like a knife in his bare hands this duct as he's like kind of monkeying around with it. I just want to paint that picture very clearly because this happened very fast and I was not expecting it. But okay, so Chris, with a natural 20. You're ripping out the vent, and so you can clearly see one vent is kind of beginning to distend down. The other one is still like, you know, completely straight. And so you are watching in real time as like this impossibly thin body is crawling through the vent. And you watch like you watch a knee, an impossibly thin knee, kind of like come up all the way up the torso, which has been kind of like the muscles have been contorting in very strange ways to like inch the body forward. It's like a strange combination of like the arms and the legs are helping it move, but it's also like almost like a snake, right? Like it's using its own like the movement of its muscles to like squirm through the vent. And to be clear, like a goblin of your size, right, could crawl through the vent if it wanted to, but you definitely have to use like your hands and legs. This thing is seamlessly, like very quickly moving through the vent.
Is it
the ring?
Yes.
Is it still within 30 feet of me?
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're like right there with it. Like you're watching the muscles just kind of like rippling above you. Like you could take a stab at it right now if you wanted to, but like it is.
I would like to,
this is bullet time. It is booking now that you know it knows that you know, and so like you have milliseconds.
Would you describe this as a large or smaller creature?
I would call it a large creature.
Okay, so I want to do my blood curse of binding. As a bonus action, I can attempt to bind a large or smaller creature I see within 30 feet of me. It must succeed a strength saving throw, DC 13, or the cursed creature's speed is reduced to 0 and it cannot take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Wow.
Actually cracked.
Question: What happens at the end of your next turn? Because again, we're talking because you're using a combat skill specifically, and combat's always metered out by 6 seconds of a round in general. So it's like
I can amplify it to make it last for a minute.
Okay, because that's the question is like it seems as though this mechanic would be really good for immobilizing an enemy in 6 seconds, right? Are you looking to immobilize this enemy, like, not maybe permanently, but like enough time in order to like maybe get these other strangers to help you, like pinning it down or something?
Yeah, enough time for other people to help me basically drag this thing out into the open.
Okay, I would say if you can augment it to 1 minute, I would say that I think that's going to allow for enough time. But
Okay.
and so it has to roll a strength. What did you say? What kind of saving throw was it?
A strength saving throw, DC 13.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'll roll on roll 20 to be fair. Let's see here. Advanced roller, because there is a modifier to be contended with. So this is what you're doing. You are pausing the cutting of the vent in order to, or do you want to, or this is a bonus action technically in combat, correct?
Yeah.
So it's like, so I'll say you continue cutting the vent. That's your focus at the moment. But with your bonus action, you would like to inflict this curse.
Yeah, and to amplify it, I need to take 1d4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Do you want me to roll that, or do you want to roll it?
I can roll that.
Do you take it even if it fails?
Even if it fails, I just have to take the 1d4.
Gotcha. Okay.
Why will it not just let me roll?
If
How do I roll?
If you go to the side on roll 20.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
1d4. There you go.
That's usually what I used for those kinds of rolls. Okay. So
Okay. I take 2.
what does that look like specifically?
So the way the curse of binding works, it's basically like the blood of this creature gets like frozen in place.
Okay.
Like it's sort of like with Trick specifically, the flavor of this is sort of his, like he sort of cracks one of the vials of blood underneath his cloak, and it sort of like shoots little like tendrils that sort of tie the person down, is sort of the way I'm imagining this visually.
Very
But
cool.
if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what I'm asking. Very cool. The blood is the life. Okay, let's okay, so strength saving throw against a DC 13.
Yes.
All right, let's roll. So
Yikes.
we watch whoever is like actively watching in this moment. You can decide later if you are or if you're not like completely focused on what's happening. Those tendrils shoot out and they pierce the body of the creature. And normally what you would see is the blood like coagulating enough so to where the body like begins to stop, and like the whatever target that you have would just kind of like be rendered immobile by the curse. Your blood stabs, nothing coagulates. You do not see any veins, you do not see anything like other than this pale gray muscle underneath this taut white skin. Nothing is like reacting to the blood that you are stabbing into the creature with. So this takes you by surprise. I will say it was definitely a good attempt. The creature like shatters through the blood curse that you have shot at it. Excuse me. And you watch as these impossibly long legs kind of like scramble through the edge of the vent, the duct itself, and you are left kind of like with your knife hanging onto this precariously cut piece of duct as it's beginning to give just like little by little with your weight, as the creature scrambles through, and you can hear like the reverberating sounds of its body kind of like slapping against the tin metal as it escapes into the vents, further into the vents. But you are now hanging onto the thing. It's about to collapse. What would you like to do?
See, okay. Because you said it was big enough for me to crawl in, but I think it's moving too fast. I think.
Yeah,
if that's
like you could. if you here's the again bullet time. You have two decisions here.
Yeah.
You could attempt to try and follow. It would require rolls, and to get into the vent, like, would require a series of rolls, or one roll to see if you can safely fall the 20 to 30 odd distance from the duct to the floor and not take any fall damage.
Yeah, I think I gotta know when to stop, even though I see Trick as sort of a never giving up kind of guy. I think he needs to be like,
if you want,
he knows his luck is sort of pushing him here.
I will say, if you'd like, depending on how you roll, I'll say I need a dexterity saving throw from you just to save from this fall. And depending on how you roll, we can make it more so like you were attempting to jump into the duct and you just missed it by like an inch or something, and now have to like roll, to like your character to roll, not the player roll a dice, like a tumble roll to absorb the impact of the fall and not take fall damage, if that makes sense.
So you want a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, correct. So that way it's a nice little compromise of like your character didn't give up. It's just this extenuating circumstance of like this duct is falling. It's not stable enough for you to get a good latch onto the other one. Okay, yeah, a 16. That's perfect.
It's a dirty 16 because everything I roll is dirty.
I think that's perfect. So with a good chunk of the duct comes crashing down into the floor. There's dust goes everywhere. You manage to tumble through. What are you thinking? What is Trick saying anything? Like, what are your feelings in this moment? As I will say, because you were on the second floor during the introductory episode and things of that nature. Actually, roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Just like, just straight intelligence to see how good your memory is.
19.
This works because if you remember, you were rolling
+0 intelligence.
You were rolling garbage in the moment during the first session, but I'll say in retrospection, you would have remembered the very long mime that had accompanied the two masked, cloaked figures who disappeared into the Orpheum. You would have remembered Catalina telling Saint Basil about them, and the Saint Basil saying there's nothing, I can't sense anything living that's like shouldn't be here. But you have not known where that mime went. It did not enter the Orpheum with the cloaked figures. It like went off on its own somewhere outside.
And Darjeeling was the one that kept mentioning the mime, right? Or is that Catalina?
I don't know.
I, as a human person, mentioned the mime quite a bit, but I do not know that Darjeeling mentioned the mime.
Well, someone
Catalina
specifically asked
saw
the
it.
ghost, "Hey, there's a mime in here."
It was Cat.
Okay.
Well, I think Kat asked about the two ghost figures.
The two other people. Yeah. Okay, so never mind.
I shouldn't say.
Okay,
ghosts.
so I think
masked,
Trick, as he's like, as he's sort of dealing with because you said, is he falling from the vents right now?
No, he has hit the ground. He did not take any fall damage. You were able to tumble out of it. That's what the saving throw was for, was to see if you would take damage or not, and you saved. So.
Okay, I think Trick sort of rolls down and sort of turns to the rest of his motley crew and goes, "Fucking mimes in the vents."
What?
There's a fucking mime in the vent. We gotta fucking go. Where do these vents go?
I think like from behind, I'm imagining like Trick looking at Ori and then like Lux kind of peeking out, because I think like they would have followed into the room. Lux just starts peeking out and like doing a little mime behind Ori, because is not really sure like is trying to ask, do you mean like the kind of mime that pretends they're in a box, but
exactly that.
And I think Lux just like kind of nods and like looks back into the room with the like ducks back into the room with
I'm
everyone
obsessed
else.
with the idea of Lux being like, "You mean like," and it being like exactly that, and Lux being like, "Oh, okay, for sure," and just going back into the room, like no reaction, just mimes.
I think Lux is just like mimes are interesting, but not as interesting as what's going on like in this room.
I will say, since you were asking where it went, Dustin, last session while Ori was kind of going around the second floor, around town, you did notice that on the side that you're on of the Orpheum, there were like a couple offices and things of that nature. In the very back, there was a barricaded room that had been sealed with a metal door. And on that room, it had said like air conditioning room or something along those lines of temperature controlled and things of that nature. And when you had put your hands on the door, it had been like supremely cold. But you do see that the duct that the mime had essentially escaped into heads in the direction of the temperature controlled room.
It may be the air conditioning room.
Okay, can you take me to that now?
I mean, you can follow the duct pretty easily. So.
Okay, never mind. I'm going and following the duct.
Yes.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah. So I'll say you move that way. Is anybody else? Ori, are you following? Is anybody else reacting to the vent situation, or is anybody else focused on what's happening in the room?
There's enough people going into the room. I think Ori will go with the goblin.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's all I'm to you. Okay, fine. That's okay.
Masha, where is Catalina going?
Where is Catalina right now? Because I know we did a recap, but was she still like on the way back from the office, or is she? I don't know. Can you remind me, please?
No, you were definitely you definitely returned from the office where you had narrowly escaped your own pedal. And
totally. That's right.
You would be, I would say you'd be standing next to Father Manassas because you had just expended a spell slot to revive him.
That's right.
If you'd like to be, you could be in the council room chambers with Father Manassas, or you could be outside of the outside with Father Manassas and have seen this whole thing. I think you, as a faculty member of the Orpheum, you would know about the temperature controlled room, and so you would see Ori and Trick heading that way, and there's no way to get into that. Like it is perma sealed, because it has to be completely sealed in order to be temperature controlled. There's no way in through that way.
Well, obviously there's a way in if there's a creepy little mime guy fucking around.
Other than the duct, the duct going into the temperature controlled room. You got me there.
Yeah. I think I'll try to stop them and be like, shit, did I have a voice for Catalina? Man, I don't think so. I think
it was kind of like a preppy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like preppy version of Masha. Okay. Excuse me. Where are you heading right now?
The fucking vents.
The vents? What do you mean the vents?
There's a mime in the vent.
I mean, the vents connect the entire building. I don't really... What do you mean there's a mime in the vents?
There's a mime in the vent. I don't know.
No, I think...
Explanatory. What's on the case is what's in the tin, and in this case, what's on the tin is mime, and what's in the tin is vent.
Right, totally. I realize out of character, Kat totally knew this also because of all of it. Anyway, so the vents connect the entire building. Did you see what direction they went? I don't know that running around is the best way to find the mime, the vent mime.
GM, was that where I saw it going?
Yes, yeah. So the duct that runs across the length of this floor leads into the temperature controlled room. It's just kind of into the ceiling essentially. But Catalina would have been around the time that they installed these ducts and sealed off those rooms. Catalina, the rooms that are temperature controlled used to be like old storage rooms. It's a really big manor. They just kind of deemed these areas to be like just not useful. The only thing of note, however, is that in these rooms, there is access to the sub levels of the Orpheum, because there is a stairwell that is mirrored on the other side. The other side is often used by faculty to get down to the living quarters and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
But they never sealed that stairwell in the temperature controlled room. So they're like, even if you get into the room, there is further places for this mime to disappear into.
But we can get into the basement area, not going through
with
the vent
your
controlled.
help. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, I think I'd communicate all of that to them. Just you can't get in this way unless you also go into the vents, but depending on the final spot of where the mime is trying to go, we could try to go down.
Yeah. Yes. Good. Things are happening now. Yes.
What do you mean
You know
by
what?
that?
You know what?
Splitting
Never mind.
up.
No.
Change my mind. Let's all just go open a bakery. Let's just open a bakery in town.
I agree.
And
Well, you're gonna have to fill out a business. You're gonna have to fill out a business license with Gordo the Pumpkin King. So you're gonna have to go find Gordo the Pumpkin
Lord,
King.
why pay taxes in Orpheum Hollow?
Well, no, we can come up with a.
Does anybody have an address in Orpheum Hollow? Because you're gonna need an address in order to get a license.
I
probably
live here.
could-
I literally
that's
live
true.
here.
I mean, but your address is technically the Orpheum's address because you live in the Orpheum. So it's like, you know.
So that wouldn't count.
well, I can
Well, I
use the
think
church.
we could do a little bargain deal with the Pumpkin King, and
What
so
are you
like
bargaining?
we can give him some profit so he provides some pumpkin so we make some delicious pumpkin bread.
Is that not insider trading?
I don't care.
Have we lost the plot?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Like we're losing this mime.
Yes, correct. Okay, so upon hearing, a lot of information has been thrown out in the last minute or so. There's a mime in the vents. You cannot access the temperature-controlled room without honestly breaking down the door, and you don't know what kind of fuckery that would cause. But, you know, it's whatever. Anyway, there's been a lot of property damage already caused to the Orpheum via Trick, but we won't talk about that. The rogue is raising his
Mitch has
hand.
an idea.
The rogue is raising his hand, and I have to get through this before he
no.
adds more information to it. So I'm going to say there is another way down to the sub-levels. You just need Catalina's help because she is a faculty member and has access to areas that are usually not accessible to the general public, which the majority of you are, except for her. So that's the information that we needed to know. Yes, dear rogue, what would you like to know?
I mean, I was just gonna ask if this sealed door to the temperature-controlled room has a lock.
It does not. That's the thing. It's like it is
Okay,
a
so it's,
door,
like,
but it
sealed.
is sealed like on the
Okay.
edges. Yes, correct.
Fucking soldered it shut.
Correct. I don't doubt any of your strengths, and with enough rolls, could you batter down this door? Probably. If that's how you want to spend the next 3 hours, that's up to you. But
We've been raided.
Be careful.
We've been raided.
Knights
Hello.
of D20.
They-
A raiding party of 5.
thank you so much, Knights of D20. We appreciate you.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you.
We're currently playing this charity game for LA wildfire relief. Every $50 that we get, we put up a poll to switch a natural 1 to a natural 20 or a natural 20 to a natural 1. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're just playing for that. Thank you for joining us. We're kind of in the beginning of the session, so if you'd like to hang out for a while, feel free to.
What do you guys know about mimes and vents?
Yeah.
You guys know anything
Weird
about
long mimes that don't have
weird
mimes.
Long
Correct.
mimes.
When
Long-
you upload this to YouTube, Saul, please name this episode "There Are Mimes in the Vents."
Well, Chris, we're not even like 30 minutes into the session yet. We get
And
this.
that's why it's the perfect name because it's spoil. Because now no one will know what else happens in the rest of this.
That's fair. That's fair. So with that, I will say the other information that has yet to be. Or wait, Eric, did you have another question or?
No,
You just-
I
you're just
wanted
asking
to know
about-
if
okay.
the sealed room had
Cool,
a
cool,
lock
cool, cool,
that I could pick. That was it.
Okay, perfect. So then Catalina tells Trick and Ori about this information. Are the two of you continuing to check out the temperature controlled room? Is there anything else that you're trying to do before you return to the council chamber?
I mean, if there's no way in, there's no way in. There's not. We can't really do anything other than knock on the.
Yeah,
And
pretty
there's
much.
not enough time to like go to like by the time we get to the lower levels, the mime could be anywhere, is what you're saying.
Here's the thing. That's not what I'm saying, because you have not asked an in character person who has knowledge of the Orpheum on whether or not there are safeguards in place. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like the mime has access to certain things. So busting down the door of the temperature controlled room, and I'm not just saying this as a homeowner because that stresses me out. Air conditioning problems is probably not what's best suited for this moment. But you do know that the mime has access to this floor, the main floor, and at least the first sub-level of the Orpheum via the stairwell in the temperature control room.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to jump over to the council room chamber now.
Mine has
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Morgan, you got a dirty 20 with your perception roll for Lady Ophelia, correct? I'm pretty sure. Yes. Eric is marking yes. So the I will also say, for those of you who enter the chamber, you also notice Lady Ophelia often has a beautiful ruby brooch that she wears on her collar.
Yeah.
It is missing.
Who got close enough?
It wasn't me.
Smidge with a ruby necklace sized shaped bulge in his stomach.
In his stomach?
Well, it wasn't me.
Ellen knows where it could have gone.
Why did he have to eat it? That's not a thing that he does.
Obviously, this is again an instance of I'm seeing memes that you guys aren't seeing.
I thought it was strawberry.
Chris has eyes for cathedrals that not all can see.
Exactly. Yeah. True.
So real.
I'm seeing his cathedrals right now.
Yes. Me and Mars are of the same strong generation.
I'm
and we
seeing
see
his
this-
cathedrals is so good.
Oh, you sorry.
Why did you? What? Okay, so to point out that the
brooch is missing.
Okay.
Are Lily and Buck still stunned?
Yes.
I'm
Nobody's
like-
gone to check on them. So you
No,
came into the
absolutely.
room. They're face down on the table.
Excellent. I'd like to pickpocket Lily.
Yeah. Okay, you want to go to? Okay, you want to
Well-
go to Lily?
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's less pickpocket and more just I'm gonna search the body.
Or rifle
sure.
through her pockets while she's unconscious, perhaps.
yeah. I don't think that there's a role for this really. I think you just do it
Alright.
because they're like okay. I'll say this. Roll me just a straight D20. Just a straight D20 and
Just a raw D20.
Yeah, raw D20 and we'll go from there.
18, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you find, I'd say, even though it's a gold economy, not everyone's carrying gold on them all the time. You find like 12 silver pieces, 3 copper pieces, a set of keys, copper keys. Like there's 3 keys on a small key ring. That's what you find on there. And then interestingly enough, you find a small, like thin silver ring.
Got it.
Yeah.
You take those things.
Yeah, I take all of them.
Cool.
Perfect.
You didn't. everyone sees this. So I just want to be clear. Everyone.
I mean, like, I'll roll sleight of hand for it secretly,
No,
but
no.
I mean, Buck. Okay, we're in the room with it's me, Lux, and Darjeeling, and
Right.
Lady Ophelia. Ophelia has more important shit going on. Darjeeling is attending there. I
Sure.
don't care if Lux sees me.
Sure. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. That's definitely fair enough. Are you moving over to Buck now?
I'll look through Buck's pockets. I don't know that I'll take anything from him.
That's wow. Everyone just hates Lily. Okay, so
Fucker.
yeah, you move over to Buck. You notice the gorgeous like stag pin that he has like attached to the little cardigan that he's wearing. It does look to be made of solid gold. And I'll say in his pockets, you find no money whatsoever, but some toffee candy.
I'm taking that one.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
So you can take the toffee candy. Go ahead and roll me a and just a perception check in general as you're kind of like pickpocketing these two individuals.
Perception.
Excellent.
Critical failure.
Excellent. So
the shoe had to drop eventually.
Yeah.
so the way that
Sorry,
you're
guys.
the way that you're kind of grabbing Buck's candy out of his cardigan pocket, you kind of have to adjust his arm a little bit. So you shift the arm, it falls off the edge of the table, and its dead weight like drops his entire body, and he falls on top of you.
Uh-oh.
And you notice he's not breathing. Lily was breathing. This old man that you just stole toffees from is not breathing.
I've looted a corpse and I didn't even know it.
Do you say anything?
Lady Darjeeling, this old man is very heavy.
He's very heavy.
I think he's also dead.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm just like wiggling my little arm out from underneath him.
He smells faintly of mint.
He smells faintly of mint.
No, Smidge. I know Ori's name. Did Ori said his name?
I don't believe he has entered rigor mortis yet. So I think it will be relatively easy. It's hard to breathe. Please.
I think Lux will walk over or like move over to and like push this body off of Smidge.
Okay, cool. We'll say for the sake, are y'all pushing him onto the floor or back onto the chair?
Thank you,
Onto the table?
I think that as Lux is pushing, I think Darjeeling would like throw her hand out and her spear would kind of shoot underneath
Okay.
the guy. Hang on. Give me a second here.
Just fucking
Impale him through the wall. He's not moving it. He's not going anywhere.
Listen, he's dead. Who cares?
Give me a second. Her spear would shoot out and like hold the weight of this guy like across it. And I think she would call out and be like, little dragon, we have a crisis in here. And she's calling it Ori.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, everybody hears this. Catalina, are you moving into the council chamber?
Hearing that there's a crisis, yeah,
Okay, cool.
I think so, yeah.
Guys, it's important.
As you and Father Manassas enter the room, you see the state of Lady
I
Ophelia.
forgot Father Manassas was here.
You see Lily pass out on the table. You see Darjeeling Spear and Lux and Smidge resting a Buck back onto his table. We'll just say he's on the table.
I think it was just to move him.
Yeah. And it looks rough. You immediately see Father Manassas takes a very sharp breath and quickly moves over to Buck and begins to like gingerly, like he's not touching him, but he's roaming his hands over the body. Catalina, you notice that Lady Ophelia's brooch is missing. You know that Lady Ophelia's brooch is like the emergency key to the Orpheum. Like it can get you into the deepest vaults.
Ah.
It can get you into her personal laboratory.
She's just wearing that on her titties.
She was wearing
all the
it
time.
here. Like it was on her person.
I drew it. I know where it is, and it's like it's not like she's wearing the emergency key.
Well, do you? I never mind.
Here's
No, speak your truth, Chris. What were you gonna say?
who are we to let someone that close to us?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, who got that close? But also, like,
it's the ultimate secret space.
I feel like tucked in would be more secure.
Well, we can get into it later.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming that it's not common knowledge that like it's a skeleton key,
Correct.
right?
this is knowledge that only Catalina would know. Everyone else would just like obviously Darjeeling noticed that the ruby is missing because Darjeeling would have noticed a precious stone in general.
A precious stone.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, of course, for sure. That's what I was thinking. Also,
Yeah, absolutely.
Is why
Absolutely.
she would have noticed.
Auga, precious stone. So
Chat, clip that, please.
I do want a clip of that. That's very
Yeah,
good.
precious stone.
Awooga.
precious stone.
I think as Father Manassas is inspecting Buck, I'm gonna like very slowly put the toffee on the table and gonna say, "Fish fell out of his pocket while he fell," and I'm like very clearly chewing on something
On
as
a
well.
piece
Oh
of
my god.
My son.
You hear Father Manassas. I think after roaming his hands for a while, he finally kind of puts his hand on Buck's forehead, closing his eyelids. And he very kind of like softly puts his hands on the table and he says, "The buck has passed." This
You know what they
is...
say? The buck stops here.
I almost didn't do it, but I'm glad you said it. And
That's
he
fucking amazing.
kind of puts his hands together and bows his head to enter into a prayer. Ori, you and Trick arrive as he says that Buck has passed, and Father Manassas enters into a silent prayer to himself. Is there anything that the two of you are doing?
Ori will go into a prayer as well.
Okay.
I
Perhaps-
think Trick is contemplating: is in a town full of ghosts, is death really such a big deal?
Also, isn't like his whole family ghosts?
No.
No.
Yeah, like
That's Ophelia's family, not
yeah, that's
Buck's
Ophelia's
family.
family.
Yeah.
Okay.
She became a
Um,
vampire just so she didn't
wasn't-
have to be a ghost.
Wasn't this guy trying to like get in Ophelia's pants?
Well, he said
He'll
that
never get that
he was
date.
he was waiting for that date. Yeah, exactly.
That's
He's
right.
just an old guy being
That's
an
a
old
polite way to say
guy.
that. I'm sorry I said it so crass. That's we were just talking about awooga, so my brain's somewhere else.
Okay.
Can I ask? Can I ask a question? If I had attended to this old man instead of checking on Ophelia, or
You
things
would-
different?
you would
Like,
ha-
was there could things have been different, or
Yeah,
No,
actually, it's all your fault.
Yeah. I actually can speak. I read Saul's notes on just this. He would have lived.
he hacked my
happier.
Google Drive. Okay, so after this silent prayer ends, Father Manassas kind of like raises his head and he says, "It seems as though the force of the spell was enough."
I see.
I'm gonna look up at Lux. I'm gonna be like gesture for them to like come down to my level.
Lux will lean down.
I'm gonna like go up to Lux's ear and I'm gonna say,
She kicks the bucket.
Lux will kind of give a nod and then like kind of do that thing where they're trying to cover a laugh, like, but probably not doing it very well.
I want to say this is crazy because you two are standing like directly behind Father Manassas, who is like the face of stoicism and like respect and
Yeah,
death.
like
So
he's
it's
a
like the two
priest
of you are like,
the sanctity of death and the passing is
Yeah.
like very much his thing.
yeah.
Or just
You're just
yeah.
like right behind him, like
Yeah.
like covering your mouths to not giggle. It's
I just
very funny.
pickpocketed this head, dude.
You
Now I'm
did.
laughing about
You
it being
did.
dead.
Incredible. So yes, so essentially he says that. So Morgan, to your question, if you had checked, he would have been dead at that point as time as well.
Play.
Again, you all except for Darjeeling and Smidge, you all felt like the effects of the stun spell, and it seized your muscles. What does that do to an old man's heart? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is one of those things that like it unfortunately is just a byproduct of his age and proximity to the spell. So I will say so everyone's in the council chamber now too. Trick, roll me a perception check.
Oh, good. Dirty 20.
That's crazy. Okay.
Damn.
Why does roll 20 like
Chris,
me?
Chris, did you hack this or like?
Literally.
My
Literally.
uncle actually works for roll 20.
Chris is like,
You all have to be
listen.
nice to me or else I'll ban you.
You see that the pedal that is still on the table fell from a vent that was like directly above the chandelier that lights up this room. And you do see that the vent is like somewhat askew. The vent face. Plate.
Oh, like it's like you could open it, you say?
Correct.
Drake, without saying a word, lunges towards the ceiling.
No, that's not what I mean. That's
Father
not,
Manassas is having a
I'm just-
eulogy
I'm just-
in the room.
this was perception check was to help you retroactively walk back and realize the long mime had been in this room and was escaping when
Oh.
you discovered them crawling out.
Oh, okay. So you're just saying that the mime was in this room,
Correct.
and then I caught it just as it was escaping.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I don't know. Still, there's a part of me that's like, we must go into the vents to to track this guy down. But I think Trick just sort of, I think Trick goes over to the pedal and like tries to like scoop it into like a spare like blood vial he has,
Sure.
like an empty blood
Yeah,
vial.
you can
He's
take
not
it.
trying to cross
In
contaminate
fact,
it.
roll me a history check.
Okay.
Or if like history
Oh.
or medicine is higher, whichever one is, or if they're all just the same, just an intelligence check.
Medicine is 3, history is 2, so I guess I'll do 3.
Okay.
More than two.
I'm going to continue asking you for rolls until these things go until it begins to even out. Okay.
Karmic repayment for your critical
So-
failure.
Yeah, don't
Um,
worry. Once combat starts, Chris, you can
Exactly. I'm
get
gonna
on the
fucking
ground.
die.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Trick is gonna fall over from a heart attack next.
as soon with your background, I will say you do
Oh yeah,
recognize
I do have a researcher sage background.
you do recognize this type of flower. It is called the Inamorta flower, and it comes from hold up, I have the name here.
Well, it's got mort in it. So.
The from a region called Themesia. That's Themegia. These flowers are extremely effective against the undead. Hence why you would know that they are
Oh.
very useful in your line of work, right? Now these flowers in general were carrying a spell. You could put 1 to 1 together and know, like, if you were hunting a vampire or something on those lines and you needed to stun them, you would probably lace your spell with the Inamorta flower in some way, shape, or form in order to augment its like vitality, in order to augment its strength against the undead or a vampire.
I think as Trick sort of like starts like sort of scooting into the vial to make sure he doesn't touch it, he's just sort of mumbling under his breath like, "Oh yeah, the immortan flower, yeah. Okay. Why didn't I think of that? That's pretty good."
Also, this is kind of a big table, so I do think that Trick would have to be like on the table in order to scoop.
Yeah,
this.
he's like on the table. He's holding his sword like a golf club and kind of like brushing it in.
Sure. That's fair. Cool. Do you say any of this to your these?
I do think Trick sort of turns. Well, Trick's trying not to interrupt the very solemn ceremony that's happening right now.
At this point, it's mostly just like Father Manassas kind of like whispering to himself, and probably Ori next to him, like kind of like following along.
I think he turns to the vampire lady, Ophelia, and Lady Ophelia, and goes, "I assume you're familiar, at least now, with the effects of the immortan flower."
She says nothing to you. This is the first time you've noticed that she has been affected by this stun spell. And
Sorry.
Except, again, you notice, as Darjeeling did, she is slowly moving. There is an aspect of her body, like, reacting in real time to this danger that has already passed.
Okay.
So
even though I've put it in the vial, the effect is just on her.
Correct. It was like a blast.
Yeah.
Petal just became a petal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Trick goes, "Oh, sorry. It turns like 2 degrees towards Darjeeling. So I think we're all aware of the effects of the immortan flower now."
Yeah, I would say at this point, you seem more familiar than I am. Is there any kind of like off switch for this thing, or?
Well, let me think.
It has never struck you to heal an undead.
Yeah, I've never really gotten to that part of the step. Normally, they're dead by now.
My lady, what if you just try kind of slapping her really a few times?
Is it deadly, or is she nearly stunned like we were?
You killed the old man.
Well, yeah, I don't think her heart's gonna stop.
The buck was already.
Oh, no, she's
very-
dead.
Exactly.
There's
That's
no
what I'm
blood.
saying.
What Siri just said. Something just activated Siri. I'm going to toss it over there. Father Manassas says Buck was already very old. And unfortunately, he should not have been subjected to this. And he looks at the rest of you and he says, "I think it's very clear that whatever has occurred, it was well planned. This is not merely an act of violence. This is strategic."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the mime in the vents.
Yes, but I
The
believe...
what?
The what?
Oh yeah, you didn't listen to
Because
me.
we were in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Anyway, yeah, there was a mime in the
That
vents.
freaky fuck from outside.
Yeah, he was in the vents.
Oh,
Do you think they had anything to do with the rat problem?
Yeah, they came in together.
yeah.
Unless it
saw
was just
someone-
convenience.
I saw someone putting something in the box earlier.
The box full of rats
Yeah.
that ate the coins.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Was it the rats he put in the box?
I think it was the rats. I think it was the rats. I think it was the
Okay.
rats.
Anyway,
So okay, so
I'm
you
in
saw
the vents.
yeah, so you saw like Darjeeling and Switch like look at each other and they're like, okay, so you saw a mime in the vents.
yeah,
like
the mime's in the vents. I tried to.
where
the
did it
mime
go?
He went down to the lower levels of the like vent room or something. Catalina kind of explained it very briefly before the old man died.
Okay, well, you know, there was a mime in here, it seems like, if they're connected to the these petals. There was a mine in the vents. We fought that freaky fuck and the rats. There's a
Well,
dead man.
He wasn't in the fight, right?
Oh,
He
okay,
was
yeah,
not.
that's right.
It was
We just
just
fought
the
the rats.
rats. Yeah.
We fought the rats that happened to appear as soon as him and those other two freaky weirdos in the masks showed up. It's
Yeah,
safe
those
to say,
two freaky weirdos were the two of the rats.
right. It's safe to say that bad news, these things. There's a dead man in here. Lady Ophelia's neck thing is missing. I don't know what that's all about, but I think it's
thing.
What?
She still has a neck.
Yeah,
Oh,
did
God.
one of you take that? Because if so, you have to give it to me.
I think Darjeeling starts laughing, and she's like, "You think we'd take that?"
Smidge checks his own pockets to make sure.
I don't know, y'all.
No, I know. But
Eric,
she's
I
like,
want you to
think
tell me
we'd-"
how much stolen shit Smidge has in his pockets that jingles when you pat your pockets.
I
Oh,
mean,
you pickpocketed all
I would
those
say
people.
12 silver and 3 copper.
I imagine he
Yeah.
he pulls out his pockets and just a giant pile of gold just flushes out.
We pickpocketed a group of people in session 1.
No,
We
I know.
walked through
I
the
know.
crowd.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Is like, it's
Yeah.
like he's patting his pockets to quote unquote prove his innocence, but he's patting his
Yeah.
pockets and there's a shit.
Well,
ton of
no, I
stuff.
wasn't patting my pockets to prove my innocence.
Oh,
I was
okay.
patting my pockets to make sure that I didn't
Okay,
steal it from her and forget.
that's
But
fair.
yeah,
Uh,
Darjeeling's like, we wouldn't. You think we took that? Is like
Yeah.
is her being like, who, me?
What is
But-
the importance of it?
Yeah,
I'm
but
not even tall enough to reach your neck. So
Excuse me, elf librarian lady. What is the purpose of the necklace?
yeah, why do we have to give it to you? If we did
Because-
have it, which we don't.
This is so
Trick
goddamn
now
suspicious.
turns to
Um,
Darjeeling and sort of cocks his head to the side like
I don't. And she points at how Lady Ophelia is dagger claws in the table, fangs out, and is like,
Yeah,
you think I could go near that?
Totally.
it sounded like you really wanted to.
I mean, whether I wanted to and whether I did are two separate things, and that's not what I
Okay.
said. So
It is not any of yours, and I work here.
Well, if
And
the mime
theft
took
is-
it,
And theft is bad. Yes, I'm starting to get the sense that the strange mime in the vents took that. And I love all of the conversation that we're doing, and I am very sad at the passing of
Buck.
our esteemed esteemed Buck. If the mime has the necklace, we should go find the mime. It is very bad for someone else to have it.
is there a specific place he would take the necklace, or is he just running for the hills?
is it an artifact of dark and dangerous powers?
it sounds like it's really important to you, and like there should be a reward for people who help you find it. Hypothetically.
I don't know if she's in the place to.
I'm a grad student.
Yeah, I kind of
It's
got
like
minimum
other
wage
people-
worker vibes.
And she like she gestures to the room where there's a dead man on the table, a passed out lady on the floor, and Lady Ophelia paused mid action. She's like, it seems like you have the highest ranking poll here at the moment, ma'am. So
Father Manassas
It's-
speaks up.
Yeah, there's Father Manassas
Yeah,
in here.
it's like the coffers are not mine to offer from. Like I'm poor as fuck. I don't know.
That would be
meaning
fucked up
as
if
meaning
as
no
poor as a
disrespect.
wizard could be. Yeah.
Father
Game of
Manassas
Thrones
speaks up.
instantly was just like, I've got a promotion.
Father Manassas speaks up and he says, Miss Catalina is correct. And he rises from his prayer and he begins to walk around the table towards Lady Ophelia. And he says, you are all, with the exception of Miss Catalina and Ori, you are strangers here. Or at least long awry. Now, the Orpheum holds a vast number of relics, artifacts, books, knowledge that should not fall into anyone else's hands. Miss Catalina knows this. Whatever this is, this was an attempt, is still an attempt to retrieve something or to gain access to that knowledge in the sub-levels of the Orpheum. With that in mind, I am going to resuscitate Lady Ophelia the best way I know how. And I will not be able to go down into those vaults to help you. I am
What are you doing?
tasking the 6 of you. And he looks at Ori. You must retrieve the key. If I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Catalina, but some of the wards were dropped for the festival. They must be restored. Even if that means trapping whatever is in the belly of this manor in with us.
No offense.
It is imperative. And you see, as he's been walking, he's been rolling up his sleeves. And you see his forearms, they're still hairy, but there are diversions in the growth pattern because of scars. And as he approaches, he's speaking to all of you, but he has his eyes fixed on Lady Ophelia, and his hands are out, and you can see that she is very slowly beginning to kind of stretch her neck and turn in his direction. And very quickly, he whips around behind her, brings his left forearm and sinks it into her teeth as she clamps down onto his forearm and begins to drink heavily. You hear the gulps entering, and like
You didn't have to say the gulps.
And he puts his right hand on the top of her, which basically almost covers her entire skull. But like, you begin to see that his strength is now competing against Lady Ophelia's in order to make sure that he will be able to rip her off when the time comes.
This feels almost illicit to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that we're censored. I think. Like,
yeah. Holy cow.
It's giving Nosferatu.
Yes. the beginning.
But in like a.
No. You're.
About it.
Yeah. No. I mean,
it's giving. It's very Interview with the Vampire. Like,
Yeah.
it's very like. Also, the rolling the sleeves up. Fuck you, dude. This sucks. I'm pissed off. I'm like, this is like. I'm gonna be thinking about this. I'm gonna close my eyes later and be thinking about this.
And let's not miss the scars comment. So he's done this before.
Well, I will say, Ori would know that a lot of this. Ori would know that because of Father Manassas's past, some of those scars are definitely from way back. They're not necessarily attached. They're not necessarily attached to this, but it makes sense. It clicks for everyone. Like, how else would you restore a vampire?
Fair.
In this way. And so, and like, here's though it seems slow, it almost, even though she is slowed down in this moment, almost with like what would have been a preternatural speed otherwise, her arms move up and like claw into his forearm as she drinks greedily. And he's holding onto her, and like, he looks at the 6 of you and he says, things are in motion now that
they are.
Need to that we need to head off. And I will do my part, because if we do not restore Lady Ophelia, whatever arises from those vaults will not be able to be stopped by the 6 of you, by me and my Raven Guard, or any force that is currently living in this hollow. You need to go and restore the wards and find that key. Miss Catalina knows the way.
It will be done.
And do you need help with the with Lady Ophelia?
Cat's like blushing.
You see that he is like actively flexing the arm that she is biting into, in order to like draw blood into it, right, and to maintain like movement in his hands and like.
Okay, now you're just doing it on purpose.
No, what are you talking about? This is I've had 5 weeks to think about this moment.
He was like,
going to
yeah,
enjoy-
and then his arm's gonna pulse, and then the veins are gonna pulse, and he's gonna roll his sleeves up.
That's not sad.
Listen,
all right.
okay, I made this
Crazy
vampire.
style.
I made this vampire pre-Nosferatu. Then we did not meet for 5 weeks, and I watched Nosferatu. We are now post-Nosferatu. So yes, because I watched vampire media in between then and now. Was this moment altered in some way? Yes.
Am I different than I was before? Yes. Am I better? Definitely not.
Absolutely no. I don't agree. Much better.
Okay.
Vastly improved. Join our Discord if you want to see fan art of this moment that's happening right now, because trust me, it will be happening. Someone throw the Discord link in the chat, please.
I'm gonna hang on.
Isn't it
BRB making an NSFW channel in Discord.
We don't have one?
No.
No, we
Make
didn't.
it.
We managed to avoid it this
Make
far.
it. You added me and you should.
Morgan's here now. We probably should. Yeah.
You shouldn't have added me in here.
Yeah, we'll probably have to create that. Anywho,
That's easy.
That's right. I welcome it.
he has charged you. I need some more water, so we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break and come back.
Thank you.
I
think we all need more water right
and
now.
Hopefully we'll probably begin our way into the descent, into the depths. But we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back very soon. See you.
Bye.
Nameless disaster.
Jesus
Bye.
Christ.
Looking through the Aether Drift cards.
Oh,
Sorry?
yeah. That okay. I know now.
The
Yeah,
god?
Yeah. The,
There's
Yeah,
the filth.
there's a
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll send it.
There's a new Ammon cat god in Aether Drift that's like a frog woman.
And she's got big naturals?
She's got big naturals.
I love that it's important to make sure that a
You gotta
female
be careful.
character has boobs.
That's well, because otherwise, how you gonna know it's a female character?
Yeah.
Is there
that-
really a card with Albert Einstein on it?
Pardon?
There's
What?
one with Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
Why are we
hold on.
live right now, Saul?
Don't,
Because this
don't
was
worry
fun.
about it.
The time passed.
No,
This isn't
apparently-
even the weirdest thing
Oh.
they've come back to.
No, is this fucking for real?
Yeah, this is for
Okay,
real.
that frog has regular size naturals, by the way.
First of
What
all,
the fuck
Okay.
is this
Listen,
card?
Which is actually
regular
huge for
size
a
naturals
frog,
to
though.
who? Yeah, for a frog.
That's not real.
No, now that I've zoomed in, those are big. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
So welcome back. We're live. Welcome back.
How do you feel about frogs with tits?
Yeah, let us know in the chat.
It's
There's
the
a
reason
shark
why the
pirate. There's a shark pirate.
Yes.
His name is Captain Howler. I wish I didn't hate red blue.
Then maybe this will get
You
you
don't
into
like-
red blue.
is it?
That I definitely
Maybe
feel like
this will
that
get you to play.
Albert
Is it?
Einstein's not on that card.
Do you have ADHD of any kind, Masha? Play red
Probably.
blue. Play red
Alright.
blue. Give it a shot.
The
Feels
actually-
good.
art in this set is absolutely fucking insane. I know we're trying to move on. I cannot. They're gorgeous and awesome, and they gave us Frog Big Naturals, card with Albert Einstein on it, and
No,
also
the-
Captain Howler's Sea Scourge.
I don't know why Scryfall is using that image. It is nowhere else.
That's
if you
not
look at
on the
that
card.
Is it Presence of the Master? Is that the card?
No,
No, it's
Thopter
Thopter Fabricator. For some reason on
Oh.
Scryfall has just a picture of. I don't know if I don't think it's Albert Einstein.
There is a card with Albert Einstein art on it.
No, it's just
It's like a
it's
copy
Photoshop
stamped image.
Oh, I
picture
see.
with his
Oh,
head
okay.
cut off. Like it's not part of the art at all.
Like it's
so
covering
weird.
someone else's
I
watermark.
think that's
or
Mark
something.
Twain, by the way.
It might. Oh, it
I-
is Mark
I haven't
Twain.
been-
I'm
I-
sorry.
I haven't been able to open the channel because it would mess up the call. So
That's
I'm just
really
going by.
funny.
You're so
There
right.
is
that
a
Mark
card.
Twain.
I will
My
say
bad.
there is a card that
job,
does
Eric.
have Albert Einstein's art on it.
That's my brain.
Anywho,
I will also say, to return to Frog with Tits, which is where I would like to be, I agree with Mars, and frogs having memory glands is a sin against God, to the point of which,
Yeah.
when I was working with, not frogs, but when Dustin and I were working together to design Ori, we were not entirely positive what gender Ori was at the start, and I was like, I'm just letting you know, it's just gonna look the same. Like, whatever gender we make this thing, we could maybe say its head is gonna be thinner if it's a girl, but like, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. Like,
You're not
The
just gonna
eyes-
put big naturals on it.
No, if anything, it would have been like an eyes thing, like a
yeah,
different. look of
like
the
how they
eye.
make the Neopets have lidded cartoon slut
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's what I
god!
want. Listen,
They do. They do. Tell me I'm lying.
Why do you look at those pets and think they're sluts?
I
Why?
didn't say that. I said they gave her the cartoon slut eyes.
No, I just see those eyes and I think of a person who loves makeup.
That's
Look
crazy.
up back. Turntables
yes.
RPG.
So
plays
instead, so
House of
speaking
Harvest Moon, Orpheum Hollow.
speaking of sins against God, vampirism. Let's segue. So you have just seen Father Manassas, a high-level priest in the Raven Queen Church, who could have probably been very useful to you in this upcoming journey. Essentially, give himself up to be fed on by Lady Ophelia as she regains her strength from a very calculated attack to incapacitate her. And now you all know that whatever is happening, like, there are nukes in the basement and you've got to close the portcullis. Like, that's just the situation. It's down
we got
to the
another
6
raid.
of you. Did we really? Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Welcome in.
Yeah,
Wow,
thank you so much for the
welcome.
raid. We're back from our
welcome.
break. We're back from our break, and our players are about to launch into the descent into the depths of this manor. So, what do you all
It's
want
like
to
a
do?
library, really.
It's a museum, but yes.
We'll figure it out.
So, I mean, y'all are obviously kind of like still in this room. We can go ahead just for the sake of it and say that we transition over to the door of the break room, which sits completely opposite of the temperature controlled room that is sealed and is the access point for faculty of the Research Institute to go down into the lower depths where the living quarters are and so on and so forth. The general public don't have access to open this door, but one of you, just by happenstance, is faculty and can open this door.
Which one of us?
Hold on, I got this.
Okay, no.
Stabs door.
We are in the aftermath of this very calculated strike on the grounds of the Orpheum Institute for Fringe Magics, in which the headmistress, a very hot vampire lady, has been incapacitated, and these 6 characters, I was trying to think of something other than that, have been charged
Criminals.
with stopping the infiltration force from delving too deep into the depths of the Orpheum's vaults, where there is forbidden knowledge, cursed magic, artifacts that should not see the light of day again, and untold other mysteries within. They must delve within there in order to head off this force from finding whatever they're looking for, and to also restore the wards on this compound that were brought down due to the Harvest Moon Festival going on outside. That is an annual tradition. It just so happens they picked their perfect time to strike. With that in mind, we are in front of the faculty break room. You all are... I've said it before, out of character. the doorways, the like the knobs to the doors are tied to, or the access to doors in the Orpheum is tied specifically to the blood of the faculty members, who are like essentially bound to the Orpheum. So only one of you can open it. Yeah, are you having a conversation about the events that have happened to catch yourselves up, or are we just launching into going into the break room and down the stairs?
I think we're moving fast.
Okay.
I think Father Manassas kind of laid it on. It was a pretty intense moment that we all just witnessed. So I think that everyone's probably like, yeah, I guess we'll go find the mime.
As you are leaving the council chamber, Ori, would you like to be the last one out?
Sure.
Okay. As you are leaving, Father Manassas calls out to you. Ori, I only have so much blood, so please, spur them along.
We will hurry.
Thank you.
Of course. The echoes of the train.
Forgot about the train.
And you exit out the room. So you all, I just wanted to have that small moment with Ori. So we're going into the break room.
Yeah.
Excellent. Catalina, you will open the door.
Yes.
Okay. You open the door. It is quiet. There are a handful of very comfortable couches in this room. There is a table with a small kind of like metal plate on top of it that on top of which sits kind of like a teapot, or like a kettle in general. And there's a set of there's a teapot and some cups. Very much this is just kind of a space to retract from work, to kind of like wind down for the day. You see that in the corner of the room, the space itself is like maybe, I'd say 30 by 30 feet, with the exception of kind of like a curved wall for the intricacies of the outside, and then the stairwell in the corner that has stone steps that descend downward. There is also a painting in this room. It is very old and it's very nice. You all do get a good view of it. And for those of you who have lived in Orpheum Hollow or currently live in Orpheum Hollow, you know that this painting depicts the event that canonized Saint Basil as a saint within the Raven Queen's Church. And you see that it is a depiction of an old Orpheum Hollow, covered in mist on a night with no moon. And there is a knight in black armor standing on an old stone bridge, facing against a creature that looks to be some kind of twisted giant with a great mane of gray fur, curling horns, and a mouth agape, burning in flame, crouching on one end of the bridge, being faced off by this knight.
Awesome.
And there is a little plaque on the bottom that says the canonization of Saint Basil.
Trick reads and looks around and says, which one's Saint Basil?
You would know that Saint Basil was the Eidolon that had helped you end your fight.
I don't know if he had work done or not.
The great ancestor of Lady Ophelia. But yeah, that's a fair point. The knight on the bridge is covered in armor, so you wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, what if Sir Basil's just behind the creature? You don't know. Anyway,
Media literacy, man.
That's what you see in the.
Open the schools.
Open the schools.
That's what you see in the.
You actually take it out of the frame and then it unfolds, and then there's
more.
There's an
There's
extra
more
third of the painting where Sir Basil's sitting on a long chair.
yeah, I would say Smidge and Darjeeling, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. I don't have a lot of that.
Smidge got a 13. Okay, nice. Smidge.
I got snacks in here.
Uh, the, I would say there's a basket of nuts, like a bar
How
nuts.
old?
Literally.
No,
old
it's like
got-
they wouldn't, it wouldn't be too stale. But I'll say with a 13, Smidge, that looks expensive. That painting looks hella expensive. Darjeeling, you've seen this painting before. The owner of this painting believes they have the original, but this one looks, you can see brushstrokes on this. You do know, I will say, like, Darjeeling for sure knows that this is a famous painting. Like, people have, you know, this kind of like prints of this elsewhere and stuff like that, but like it, whether or not what was in that collection is real or this is real is up to debate. Could be up to debate.
Oh my god. Okay. Do I know who the owner is? The person who thinks that they are the owner?
You know who the owner is, yes.
Okay, cool.
So that's the break
Is there
room.
Never mind. Okay.
That's the break room. Also, I will say, for those of you who are learned, you would know that the giant that's in the painting is a Fomorian. Depiction of a Fomorian, which is strange because technically Saint Basil got this land by fighting in the Fomorian War. So how is this one here? Those of you who know the story, but there may be questions.
Not
from
me,
others.
but that's what Wikipedia's for.
I know, me Googling immediately, being like, what is that?
They're drawn very grotesque.
They're
Yes.
Very
They're,
melty.
they're
I-
pretty gross looking.
I
guys.
will say this Fomorian, the depiction of D&D's Fomorians, in their description, they say that they are descended from a race of giants that once was very beautiful and powerful, but they were eventually cursed by the Fae. In my world, the
Fair enough.
Fomorians, the Fomorian War is what, if there are any Fomorians left on the material plane, they have since been cursed, but the ones who fought in the Fomorian War
Were hot.
Yes,
Great.
correct.
Nice.
Ideally then.
The hot ones are all dead. Good to know.
Oh,
Bummer.
One of us is gonna pull the mask off and be a hot Fomorian, like next session.
I'm the only one wearing a mask.
So,
Better become a hot
That's what you
Fomorian.
think.
so what are we in the break room for?
The
Like,
break
why did
room-
we go into the break room?
Stairs.
The only
The
way
stairs to go down because it's the only way. Sorry,
No,
it's the
you got
only
it.
way that it connects to the vent room. You can't get in regular, but it has a staircase down into like the basement, and so does the break room. So we're
Correct.
doing break room to basement so that we can potentially get to vent room and or
Got it.
mime
At this,
there question mark.
yes, at this point, it is to get to the basement. That is the current
Yeah.
objective. So we're heading
And
down.
also
the
to
Where
eat
if there
stale
are
nuts.
rats in the basement, so
So we're heading. We're heading down the stairs.
Yeah, before we go down the stairs, I think that Darjeeling's gonna like motion for Smidge to come over, and she's gonna take a handful of nuts and open Smidge's pocket and drop a handful of nuts into Smidge's pocket.
For later.
Just
Great.
for later.
Yeah.
What if we need them?
Yeah, fair.
He gets hungry.
Just like just pull something out of Smidge's pocket, put it in your mouth, hoping for the best, and it's either a gold coin or like a honey roasted peanut.
Yeah,
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Bag.
Equally valuable.
excellent.
Totally.
So we're heading down the
it's
stairwell.
like Bean Boozled, but from a cat.
Mm.
Yeah, let's go down.
Yes, we're going down the stairs.
Yes.
We're
Um,
going down.
Sorry.
I think we're going to the
Masha,
Would we would we follow Cat? Like,
yeah.
is Cat?
Is it
leading?
fair to say? Can we put Catalina at the front of the?
I think you should because
Yeah.
Catalina has probably been here before and would like know
Absolutely.
how to travel.
Third at the front.
So you know that the as you are descending down the stairwell, you get about 15 feet down when you are met with the first alcove. This stairwell is kind of like one of the outer, like, rotund, not a turret per se, but it is like there's nothing on the outside, or between you and the brick, the stone, there is outside. Like, so there's nothing there. However, you come to an alcove, and in this alcove, there is a doorway. And right next to this doorway, there is a little box with a marking for mail. And on the doorway, it reads, Wokan. And you know that this stairwell, as it curves downward, are all the living chambers of the faculty who live within the Orpheum. So as we descend downward, we will see Wokan's room, we will see Rhododendron's room, and we will come to your room, Catalina. So as you descend downward, you notice, Poppy's been here. She dropped off mail for everyone. Everybody who's got mail has a little, like, how like in old mailboxes they have like the hand up to signify that there's mail inside. There's a little feather that is like brass and it's ticked up to show that Poppy has been here and that there is mail in your box. You note that. You begin moving downward. I'll say, being the most recent member to the faculty, your room is at the bottom of the turret.
They make her walk down all of the stairs in the basement and walk up all of the stairs in the basement.
It's not the basement.
Every day.
It's just the stairwell itself.
Consider how nice my calves are, though.
Yeah, sure. It is a good workout.
I know.
You did draw them. Thank you.
And Darjeeling checked Cat out at the beginning of one of the sessions, so...
Fair.
So my question to you, Masha.
Yes.
This is me as the Dungeon Master saying, if there is anything that you would like to have in your room that could potentially be of help, like, in my mind, it was like, in the off chance that for some reason the Orpheum was ever under siege, I would be like, more than likely Lady Ophelia probably left some kind of like emergency box in every faculty's rooms with materials and items that would be useful in the event of a siege or something along those lines. So there are things in your room that you could grab if you wanted to. We do not have to explore your room if you don't want to. However,
I wasn't ready, but
when we get down to the bottom of the stairwell, I will say you have mail. The little feather has been upturned. You were not expecting anything, but you do have mail. So this is the moment where, you do have a reason to stop here if you would like. Otherwise, we can press forward.
Man, I mean, happy to crowdsource if people think that something valuable would be in my room in this situation. If there is some kind of go bag, I imagine it would have, like, spell components in it, like a plethora of them. So I think I would, like, run in and just grab some extra spell components, and perhaps an extra, like, dagger or two for safety, ? And then I don't want to, like, pause everybody, so I think I'll pull the mail out of my mailbox and just, like, glance at it and see if it seems important, or if it's like my utility bill or something,
No, for sure. So you're grabbing the mail, you're running inside real quick. Yeah, you reach for the handle. As soon as your skin makes contact with the knob, you hear the lock click. You hear the lock click open in recognition of its owner, and your door swings open, and where a normal person would imagine there's just open sky, the people behind you do see a very comfortable sitting area with a roaring fire, as every single faculty has their own, like, little extra planar room within the Orpheum, like their own little apartment, that's not necessarily, like, built into the structure of the bones of the Orpheum itself, but it is a factor of magic. So like the portable mansion, like portable house, like all those kinds of spells, this is just kind of like a small facsimile of those types of spells. It's a very interesting kind of like apartment. There are stairs that kind of like wind around it's very tall. It has about 3 floors, but there are segments of it that are completely open, in the sense that like every floor is almost kind of like a balcony that can see straight down to the bottom floor in order to make it seem larger and to like space out little areas within the apartment itself. The walls, there is a wall of books on the first floor, and you know that the emergency kit is underneath the first flight of stairs that is there. You take a look at the mail, and you see it says to Cousin Catalina, and there is the official seal, wax seal of House Ruth on it.
Yeah, okay, I'll open it. I'll bite.
Yeah, okay. So, as soon as your thumb hits the seal, it cracks open, as a blood member of House Ruth has opened the letter. It pops open. There's a very nice kind of piece of parchment tri-folded inside. You unfold it. So you're taking a moment to read this?
Well, how long is it?
It's
I
not.
don't know. Yes, sure.
It's not
yeah,
long
I'll
enough
read it.
to
We're
yeah.
all just standing around being like,
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
was gonna ask that. I was like, are we just standing on the stairs
I know,
while
I'm
Kat opens
sorry.
the
That's
mail?
why I'm trying to be mindful.
No,
But I kind of love that actually.
It's really
I'm like,
funny.
it's like, ooh, mail.
My cousin has written a novella, and it's
okay,
80,000
never mind.
words, and I'm gonna...
I
It
wish I had a
says-
Hold on,
cousin
everybody, this
anyway.
is
Their
important.
Jailing's like, Smidge, I need the notes,
So-
please. I need a note.
the letter
Yeah.
starts with, Dearest cousin,
Oh boy.
we hope this letter finds you well. We of the main branch of House Ruth have heard tell of your exploits and are pleased to hear your efforts to further the reputation of House Ruth. From being a prime scholar of Elminster College to receiving an invitation to research magic at the Orpheum Institute of Fringe Magics, you have truly become a Ruth of note. Therefore, with great happiness, we are proud to inform you that we have chosen your marriage partner and expect you at Hermanroot Pass at midsummer for your wedding. Warm regards, Cousin Bartleby.
No.
What the fuck?
Love a wedding.
And that's where we're gonna end the session.
What?
Let's go.
I can go for another hour. You can't do this to me.
I straight up thought we were gonna go for another hour.
When is midsummer?
It is-
Tomorrow.
Like literally right now.
It
Okay, well,
is. It's no. It's right now is Harvest Moon, so it is the fall
Right,
into
okay.
the winter. So there's
Okay.
still a good chunk of time before
You
midsummer.
got a while. You could go on a few dates in that time.
You could go on.
Really get to know 'em.
Yeah, you could go on 3 dates in that time. You could.
I love a wedding. Can Trick be the
Not
ring bearer?
imagine-
You are
Trick
not
at a wedding.
invited yet, Trick. I don't trust you yet.
Oh, excellent!
I mean, I am
Wonderful.
ordained.
I guess we know what Arc 2 is
or
going
it
to
could be
be.
the priest.
I'm so pissed off right now.
Lex can like play
You and me
like
both.
instrument.
Um,
Smidge
I
and
have
Darjeeling
high
can
highs
steal
and
from the
low lows.
guests.
Oh, when we would.
Don't let me be the ring bearer.
No. Let Smidge be the ring bearer. Then
or-
you don't have to get married.
Let Smidge be the ring bearer.
Then the ring goes missing.
Exactly.
Excellent. So with that, we will come back to this. Hopefully,
Yeah.
next week, we will return back to this spot, and continue on. Because again, this was just something very fun in general that I've been waiting to do. But it has nothing to do with the Orpheum at this moment
How
in time.
dare.
It's a wonderful little like.
Literally, how dare you?
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
into it.
So we
We're gonna have
will
to crash a wedding.
probably maybe yeah. We will
Taking all my baby girls from me.
we will return to this hopefully next week, next Wednesday, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific,
Yes.
8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Mountain.
I suppose
Who?
so.
For all
If
you
we
wicked
must.
sinners in
If
Mountain
we
Time.
must. But we hope that everyone enjoyed this. Please be kind to yourselves. Reminder to drink some water, stand up, walk around, unclench your jaw. Anything else I'm missing, dear friends? Excellent. Hearts.
You hold inherent value, and who you are is important. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Absolutely.
That's a lot better than where my brain went, which was just like make sure to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Regular
teaching a
bowel
preschool
movements
class
are good.
tomorrow, so that's
Okay.
like a good reminder.
That's what I was
Right.
supposed to do today.
I've been holding it for a week. Anyway. Good
Get
night.
off.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night, I guess.